Hello friends, I welcome you all in this exciting training session being conducted by TNV Academy. Today, in this session, we will discuss about clause 7.3 of ISO 27001-2013, which talks about the awareness for information security management system among individuals working in an organization. So let's get going and start our discussion. Let me explain you that what we will be covering in this chapter. Coverage in the standard. In this session, we will discuss the clause 7.3 of ISO 27001-2013, which states the requirements for building awareness among individuals for the information security management system. Reference clause within standards or the other standards which can be useful for this chapter. As far as clause 7.3 of ISO 27001-2013 is concerned, it does not take any reference from any of the standards. It has its own small set of requirements that an organization is required to fulfill. External reference for the chapter. If we talk about the external references that you need to know for understanding the clause 7.3 of ISO 27001-2013, then you should have an updated version, standard copy of ISO 22300-2018 with you. ISO 22300-2018 has definitions for several technical terminologies that are used under different clauses of ISO 27001-2018. So we advise that you should keep an updated copy of the standard for your ready reference. Outcome of the chapter. At the end of this chapter, you will be able to understand what is awareness, how an organization can make sure that its employees are aware about the information security policy, how the awareness of the employees towards information security policy can benefit the organization. So, let's begin our discussion with a brief introduction of clause 7.3. Friends, before we start our discussion on clause 7.3 and its requirements, let's talk about the basic definition of awareness. In simple terms, we can say that awareness is a state of being knowledgeable about something. For example, if we ask a person that whether he is aware about the recent economic changes made by the government and he says yes, it means that he is aware of the information. Awareness also demands that the person is always updated about a knowledge domain and knows what the changes made to it in recent times. Now, if we talk about awareness in relation to ISO 27001-2013, then it means that the individual working in the organization are aware about the organization information security management system principles. They know what are their contributions to the information security management system in place. They know what can be the consequences if they do not keep themselves aware about the organization information security management. In a broader way, we can say that all of the individuals who are part of the organization information security management system in some way or the other has complete knowledge of its working, their roles in it, and what they are lacking or they don't know about it. Awareness for the information security management system and its principles can help individuals within the organization perform their functions smoothly and well within the given time frame. Now, let's discuss the requirements of clause 7.3 in detail. Requirement of the clause of the standard. The requirements of the clause 7.3 of ISO 27001-2013 says that persons doing work under the organization's control shall be aware of. Point 1. The information security policy. Point 2. Their contribution to the effectiveness of the information security management system, including the benefits of improved information security performance. And point 3. The implications of not conforming with the information security management system requirements. As we can see, the requirements of this clause are very simple. Every individual working within the framework of organization's information security management system must be aware about the information security policy of the organization. By knowing about the policy, the individuals will be well aware about their roles and responsibilities while being a part of the ISMS. Secondly, they will know about the do's and don'ts while they are within the ISMS framework of the organization. Thirdly, they will be aware of the dimensions and boundaries of their work which they are intended to perform. The second requirement states that if the individuals working within the ISMS framework are aware about the same, then they will know how much is their contribution in making the organization information security management system better. They will know that if they are aware about the information security management system policies and procedures, then it can help them perform their work efficiently and hence produce good results which eventually help them in their growth and certainly more opportunities. The final statement of the clause 7.3 states that if the individuals working within the ISMS periphery are not aware or partially aware about it, then it will bring deviations to the actual achievements that organization has desired to accomplish. It will bring down the purpose of implementing an ISMS as a total waste experiment. It will harm their individual performance and in some cases their growth as well within the organization. Now, as we have spoken about the requirements, there is one question which comes to our mind. How can we ensure that individuals within the organization are fully aware about the organization information security management system and its principles? Well, there are ways to do the same as stated below. Point 1. DIPCHECKS. DIPCHECKS is a technique through which a senior member of a department can suddenly ask questions from its team members about the ISMS policy and procedures and see whether they are aware about it or not. Point 2. Test. Organization can roll out a small test including questions about its information security management system and observe the results. Point 3. One-on-one sessions. Team leaders or managers can take one-on-one sessions with team members and ask about their knowledge on the current ISMS in function. Point 4. Inductions. HR management need to conduct inductions for the new hires and make them aware about the organization information security management system policies and procedures. Here, it is also very important to know that awareness about organization security management system should not be restricted within itself. All interested parties must also be aware about the information security management system of the organization. All stakeholders, suppliers, contractors, customers must be aware of organizational ISMS framework and why does they have it. Which elements of ISMS framework are relevant to them. How they can contribute to your organization protecting its valuable information and what they need to do to help the organization achieve its information security objectives. Which policies, procedures, and controls are relevant to them and what the consequences are of not complying with them. Friends, now we have come to the conclusion of this segment. Hope you all are clear about the requirements of clause 7.3 of ISO 27001-2013. We now move forward and discuss the other relevant sections of the discussion: mandatory documents and retention of documents. As per the requirements of clause 7.3 of ISO 27001-2013, an organization is not intended to maintain any documentation about the awareness program. However, for their own purpose, they can maintain the same and review as necessary. Practice writing nonconformity under this clause 7.3. It can be understood through an example of sample NC given in AFAR, Audit Findings Action Report 18. Last but not least, now let us understand the common mistakes which auditor do while performing audit under the clause 7.3 of ISO 27001:2013. Mistake number 1. Auditors ask irrelevant questions for the organization which does not relate with the organization to be audited. Mistake number 2. Sometimes auditors start thinking for the option while auditor need to understand the client process and to decide if the client can achieve the result of the MSS through their own process. Mistake number 3. Auditor start consulting activities. Mistake number 4. Auditor start expecting document and records in clause where this may not be mandatory requirement. Mistake number 5. Auditors asking for FSSAI license and registration, asking for GST registration, asking for ROC registration, asking for the commencement of business certificate, asking of PF ESI registration certificate, which may not be relevant considering the nature of business organization is performing. Dear friends, we have now come to the conclusion of this training session. See you soon with an exciting new topic. Till then, goodbye.